Hi, I'm here. VTube studio crashed, so give me a sec. I'm like, okay. Are we in? Are we in? Hello, hello. Hello, oh my god. It's like I didn't exist for a second. Hello, hello, hello. This is Sena, your resident DIYer. Wow. Let me put my smart people glasses on. Hi. Hi, chat. Hi, hello. How are you? What's up? Oh, brother. Am I live? I hope I'm live. I wonder what. A lot of things have been crashing, so I can't really tell. Oh, I guess my live chat just stopped working. Okay, that's fine. Sorry. Don't let anyone... You hear the background music? Yeah, you're supposed to. Do you not hear me? Oh, lordy. No. Let's see what's going on. My goodness. You can hear me? Oh, okay, okay. A lot of things seem to be freezing up. I think it's because I opened up Photoshop right before I opened the stream, and now this. So, oh, looks like we're buffering. Maybe it's my own Wi-Fi. No, it's not. Oh, it's weird. Clearly, PC potato can't handle all that. Hold on. The intro music was quiet? No! Hold on. Holy shit, I didn't realize I had it all the way down still. I think I didn't let it play out last time. Okay, sorry. Oh my god, I'm like, people are usually happy about this intro music. What the hell is going on? I'm so sorry. I turned it down. I didn't let it play out the rest of the while. What am I trying to say? I didn't let it play out last time. I guess it just like saved that presetting. I'm sorry, you guys. I know you like it. My bad. Okay, well. It's a user error on my part, I guess. Oh, shoot. I got the freaking... I forgot to go back to the beginning. I was like, going back through my slides. Wow! This is like the most disorganized I've been in a minute. Which is crazy because I have everything set up. I have all my tabs open and all the things. Holy guacamole. Alright, that's that's fine. That's totally fine. Oh my lord. Here's a lurker of madness. Yeah. Oh my lord. Okay. We'll type that out real quick. Now that we are officially live and not ironing shit out. Okay. This is gonna be a loaded one. Chat is also frozen. Oh, it looks like I'll probably have to update it. Okay, hold on. I can fix that. I fix. You'll see that I have to do it this way. Bear. There we go. That should fix it. Okay. That should fix it. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, we are here. We're live. We're alive, unfortunately. Good evening. Go, okay. I hope she talks about the cow. Can you turn the current background music down a little? Oh, let me just boost my mic. I think I have it turned down a little from earlier. Let me see. Let's boost that. There you go. Okay. That should be better. Okay. I have to like actually get closer to my mic tonight. I am lower just because I have kind of a sore throat, honestly. Just a little bit. It's an interesting topic. Yeah, I agree. Hold on, let me open up a cold one. No, wait, my nails are too long. Oh, okay, cool. There we go. What is it? It is quite literally sparkling water. Cucumber mint. Alright, also, how did the Dark Souls go last night? I thought it was fun. I might actually play it tomorrow too, for stream. I think that'll be a 10 o'clock stream as well. Okay, so today we are going to be discussing missing 411 or 411 or 411, however you'd like to word it. Now, some little backstory. Okay, little backstory. David Paulides, when he's introduced on podcasts for interviews and as he introduces himself, he says Paulides. So I'm gonna say Paulides or Paulides, right? I know some people just read it phonetically as Paulides, but I'm pretty sure it's Paulides. He is one of the original, well, he is the original author for the Missing 411 book series, which is a saga, 4 books, it's a saga, where he chronicles a lot of these stories, and the information behind things, and provides a lot of resources, for missing persons cases, and how better to, change those things. Hold on, let me turn off my light. Woo! There we go. I love their stuff. I admire your courage. I haven't played it since. Oh, that fizzy water. Ugh. I like fizzy water. Sorry. Very good channel. Wait, which channel? What did Jason say? They were just streaming. Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. Okay. Anyways, he authorized these things. There's obviously, Lore Lodge, they dissect stuff without using as a sole point. Yeah, okay. And I'm not using him as a sole point either. I am just paying respect to the research that was put in by him. He does have a channel that he's a part of here on YouTube that I did link, that works with law enforcement and detectives and other types of people to try and work on these cases that the national parks and police officers in general have all but dropped or not even acknowledged, which is an ongoing issue that we'll get into a little later. I get that. This isn't gonna be that type of deep dive. It's just the things that I have done my own research on, things that I've learned on my own, and my own schizoid theories. You're not gonna hear anything realistic or, you know, sane here, so, if that's gonna get your panties in a twist, I suggest you twist, twist yourself out now. Okay, alright. Looking forward to this then. Okay, cool. So these are the topics. Good, realism, bad, sanity, bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna be sane in my approach, sorry. In the slightest. It's Sena. Yeah, you know me. When we do these deep dives, I'm like, yeah, but what if it was this? And I'm not like aliens. No, you'll see. Anyway, topics of discussion. Okay, we're gonna be discussing statistics, percentages, how often, peak times, peak locations, evidence, first-hand accounts. Manhunts are gonna go inside of those first-hand accounts, and then without a trace. Okay, there's plenty of people who just stayed missing. I want to believe. And then theories, what's really going on here? And of course, I will provide you the logic, quote unquote, I use that word very loosely, logic provided by law authorities and, you know, park rangers of like, you know, it's this, logically speaking. And, you know, of course, a lot of their logic is very shoddy or just like is extremely illogical. You know, not everybody who disappears in the forest wants to kill themselves. You can't use that every time as an excuse. Hello? It's all Bigfoot, all of it. We'll get into it. Okay. So here's some of the statistics. I know, blah, whatever numbers. It is what it is. How often? Now, it was estimated in 2022 officially that 1.6K plus people go missing annually. This was also derived from Paulides' work where he estimated 1K plus. It's been bumped up to 1.6K from what I could find. But this is approximate, an estimation, and hypothetical because national park systems very rarely acknowledge missing persons within their parks. Rangers very much like do not want it talked about. They don't want it spread anywhere. You know, it could hurt tourism, or maybe it's a cover-up. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they're in on it. Maybe they're, you know, blood for the blood god. How many? So using basic math, if we're factoring in that 1.6K, around 100K people have gone missing in the U.S. National Forest systems. That includes caves, that includes rivers, that includes just anywhere where it's open, right? Since 1960, 20K of whom have gone missing in the last decade. And of that 20K, an even smaller number have either been found or their remains have been found. And while the forests in America and the park systems are quite vast and a lot of it is very dense, I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay. Where and when. Okay. Now, when it comes to when, there isn't necessarily a peak time of year. Essentially, if a hiking trail is open, that's when. I mean, that's going to change throughout the US. Some park systems remain open almost full on year round. You know, like a lot of the desertous areas, Death Valley, in some of the areas in Arizona, Nevada, and California, I think New Mexico. You know, a lot of those parks are open year round. You know, you got things like Red Rock Canyon in Las Vegas that is open year round. You got the Grand Canyon that is technically open in most parts year round. So, you know, you have those things that are open. Then you have things like the Smoky Mountains and Appalachia and the Adirondacks and the Great Lakes, which, you know, defer during the winter because obviously it's too fucking snowy. Now, of course, then it can change sometimes with ski lodges involved, and then that has to be factored in. And there are a lot of missing 411 associated cases that are lumped in that happen within skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing accidents. So, you know, it is a year-round thing. People are going missing annually. Daily, weekly, monthly, annually, okay? And then this is data from like it's current as of 2021, September 23rd. It's right here listed. And this is open missing person cases per 100,000 people. Okay, these are the cases that are reported or actually taken seriously. High winds are spoopy. I agree. As you can see, the ones with 10 plus cases are gonna be Arizona. This is what, New Mexico, I believe? Or is this New Mexico? Doesn't matter. And then... Damn, I don't know my states. Oregon. Oklahoma. Yeah. I don't know my states. Holy shit, I used to know them pretty well. Oh, this is embarrassing. My bad. And then Alaska, which has a disproportionately high number of people who go missing in Alaska. I think part of this is the native population, as well as the fact that people do treat Alaska like the great frontier, where they just kind of go and say fuck it all. You know, Alaska is just the place to go missing. So 162 open cases, like I said, a lot of which are native cases happening on the reservations. Alaska is also just ginormous, and it has what we like to call BLM land, which means, you know, people can get onto this land, not be accounted for a very long time, and have it not really be a big problem until it is. And then, of course, you have Hawaii, which, you know, it's an island, and it's also very mountainous. People don't kind of really think about it. When you think Hawaii, you think beach, you think, you know, like Baja Beach. I'm gonna go and drink, you know, Mai Tais and watch spinner dolphins. It's also very, very mountainous. Also has a very big unaccounted for native population. That, you know, also goes missing. You'll see that a lot of the states that have a higher rate do have some correlation with natives going missing on their reservations, and it not being accounted for, or when it is accounted for, you can almost unfortunately assume that they have been murdered or sold off for sexual slavery. This is actually unfortunately extremely common, especially with treaties and gray lines. It just, when things aren't super well defined, you know. So I have lived in Alaska, lots and lots of unoccupied land. Yeah. They don't have native reservations. Don't they have an entire island that's like a part of Alaska that's all natives? Or are you saying there's no need for reservations because... What are you saying? What are you saying? Booba, what are you saying? There's a lot of natives in Alaska. That much I do know. And I'm pretty sure there are reservations. Or reses, or... I mean, they're called reservations, right? Didn't know the bit about the trafficking on the res. Yeah, trafficking is actually really, really common. There's no actual native corporations actually on the land. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, I was like, are you just saying like there's some funny law involved? Okay, good. Moving on. Okay, sorry. All right, so we're gonna move on to the first-hand accounts. This one really bugs me. It really bugs me. It's definitely, like, potentially a case of child neglect. So this is about Riker Webb, and it is fairly recent. It's from 2022. Now, I do have a picture of him, and I'll get to that in a second. Now, Riker Webb was a 3-year-old boy. I mean, he's still alive. He's probably, like, 4 or 5 now. Who was found safe in Montana after 2 days on his own, where he survived by seeking shelter in a shed. Riker was reported missing Friday afternoon and found on Sunday. Now,
that's hypothetical, assuming that he was reported missing like soon as he was noticed missing. There's a lot of information missing from the case. I think that the parents are still being investigated criminally. But anyways, he was reported missing on Friday, found Sunday, roughly 2 miles. Reminder, he's 3, and I'll show you, it gets worse. From his home in a small town of Troy in northwestern Montana, according to Lincoln County Sheriff Darren Short. The red-headed toddler was discovered by a family that was checking on their cabin. They heard a little boy's voice from the shed out back where they kept a generator, and they were there to just check up on it. And they checked in the shed, and there he was. When Short, the officer, arrived on scene, he said Riker was visibly shaken. He was very, very scared, noting that mountain lions and bears inhabited the area quite heavily. There were also severe thunderstorms on the evening Riker went missing. Which, like, how? 3, got out of the house somehow inexplicably. I gotta get to the picture. Let me finish. There was also, temperatures dipped into the 40s, and the shed where he took shelter was a very old log cabin type structure. Short asked Riker several questions, and the little boy shared that he went for a long walk by himself, and then he got tired. His eyes lit up at the mention of being reunited with his parents, and he had this wide-eyed, scared look until he got back to his mom and dad. Their parents are being criminally investigated for now. The authorities want to know why Riker's parents waited at least 2 hours to report him missing. Yikes. And we're still looking into that. And then Riker left some clues as to which direction he had wandered by leaving upturned rocks looking for bugs as he was walking away from his home. This is Riker. First of all, the first picture on the left is Riker before, and the second picture is Riker after he got found. I have to assume that the first picture is like when he's probably like 1 years old, and then this is him at 3, because like that's not the same kid. That's not the same kid. Also, how does he have a bloody nose? What's his bloody nose from? Now, it does get worse. So you'll notice his outfit has like a little zipper. That's because when he walked away, somehow they let their 3-year-old out of the house in a thunderstorm with nothing but a felt footy pajama on. His hairline changed. I know. His hair color changed. Anyway, felt footy pajamas. Didn't even have shoes on. Now, I will, give them somewhat of the benefit of the doubt that those pads at the bottom of those types of footy pajamas usually have little grippies, but that's for like gripping onto wood and tile. He didn't have no shoes on. It was raining. Why was he out of the house? He was 3. I'm judging so freaking hard. Anyway, somehow, inexplicably, left the yard unnoticed, undetected, and walked for 2 miles. Now, 3-year-olds can walk a lot. A lot of kids can. But for 2 miles by himself in the dark, in the woods, with nobody? And then for 2 days, only 2 miles for 2 days, just stayed in a cabin? Very big X to doubt. Very big X to doubt. What kid goes on a long walk but doesn't think to wear shorts shoes or a jacket while it's raining. Right? Because, like, 3-year-olds do have some lick of common sense. They really do. Like, you can't... You really do have to give kids some credit. Kids are actually a lot smarter than you think they are, and I just... it's all very off. Walking in the woods in footy pajamas, that'd be murder on your feet. That's what I'm saying, like... What, to have it be a little scuffed up and one toe open even? Like... it's all very suspicious. Are we talking about Wendigos? Not yet. Little bro just on an adventure. Yeah, he went on a trip in his favorite rocket ship. Yeah. Shaking, terrified, out of his mind terrified. Just in a cabin, in a shed. For 2 full days. I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. This is so creepy, isn't it? Gets worse. Anyway. That's Riker. Now we're going to talk about Dr. Maurice Demetz. Now he was, you know, an interesting case study in the original 411 stuff. On April 29, 1981, 75-year-old Maurice was last seen rock hunting near Rampart Range Road in Douglas County in the Devil's Hand area of Pike National Forest. Maurice was believed to be wearing a white baseball cap, a maroon plaid flannel, and brown ankle-high work boots. At one spot, he was only about 100 yards away. This is Mr. McSherry from Demetz. He went to check on him just 10 minutes after he had last seen him, but this time the man was nowhere at all to be seen. He called out for Demetz and received no reply, and it was all very odd. As his knees were so bad, it would have been impossible for him to get away so very fast on his own. A sweep of the surroundings turned up nothing, and not only was Demetz gone, but all of his tools were as well. So McSherry thought he had maybe tried to hobble back to their car. But when he got back to the car, the doctor wasn't there. A complete search of the area turned up no trace, without a trace of him. And not long after, the authorities were notified, who after a 5-day intensive search could find not a trace of Dr. Demetz or his missing tools. No blood, no sign of a struggle, no victim of foul play. He was there 1 minute and gone the next. The case caught the attention of Paulides, who was intrigued because the location of the vanishing was at a place called Devil's Head, which was long placed in native folklore as a haunted area inhabited by evil spirits. Dr. Demetz remains missing without a trace. Yeah. Don't ask me to make sense of it. I can't. The rocks definitely got to him, right? Right? He was just getting some milk, I guess. Damn. Aliens, demons. As y'all know, I have a pretty different take that aliens and demons and angels are kind of all the same. Anything that is not of this world, i.e. angels and demons, would considerably be aliens, correct? So, the ghosts ate him. Rock monsters. Yeah, the fucking rocks from Frozen got to him. So, this next one is about Stephen Kabaki. So this was in 1997. A 24-year-old named Stephen was cross-country skiing. I told y'all that skiing, snowboarding, snow sports were going to be involved. Was cross-country skiing through the snow near Lake Michigan. One of the Great Lakes. Big fucking surprise. Once he reached the edge of the lake, he took his skis off to sit down and rest. When he got up to leave, his own tracks were gone and he became lost. The last thing he remembers was walking through snow, feeling numb and exhausted. He blacked out. In the blink of an eye, it was spring. He was lying in a grassy field in the middle of a forest, wearing clothes that weren't his. Sitting next to him was a stranger's backpack containing running shoes and glasses that did not belong to him either. He hiked to the nearest town and asked a local resident where he was. They told him he was in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, 700 miles away from where he had been skiing. His aunt and father lived in Pittsfield, so he knocked on his aunt's door. His family was in shock, hugging him and asking him where he had been. He had been missing for 14 months. Skinwalker? I know, I feel like you're right. I feel like you're right, actually. 14 months. There's Eldritch monsters in the Great Lakes. Chicago is one of them. Agreed. When Kubaki had first gone missing, the search team found his poles and skis at the edge of the lake. There was only one set of footprints leading toward the water, but none walking away. They could only assume he had drowned himself in the freezing lake. He had been missing for so long, everyone had assumed he must be dead. And you know what? He probably was. And that's probably not him. The official explanation is that he had amnesia and that he was wandering in a fugue state. But even doctors are baffled by this case. It's incredibly rare for someone to lose their memory of such a large chunk of time, and it still leaves so many unanswered questions. His story was included in a psychology case study in a book about amnesia. Even experts have still been able to figure out what actually happened. Kubaki had already earned a degree in linguistics before he went missing, but he was so fascinated by his own case that he went on to earn his PhD in psychology. He wanted answers about his own disappearance, and yet he still couldn't find them. He glitched through time. You know what? He probably either that or it's something nefarious, you know? That's what I think anyways. I'll give you a couple other cases. So the next one is a little crazy too. This is Danny Philippidis. He was on a ski trip with his friends in New York. It was around 2 p.m. and they had been skiing for hours. They were getting ready to go into the lodge. By the way, he was in the Olympics. So he was an Olympian. He was fit. He knew what he was doing. He obviously loved to ski, knew how to ski. He was a fucking expert. By 4 p.m., Danny was failing to return any calls or texts, and the friends were concerned. They began searching for him, and after being unable to find him, they told the employees at the lodge he was missing. 130 people looked throughout the mountain and could not find him. 6 days later, his wife received a phone call. She didn't recognize the number, and it sounded really far away and full of static. It was Danny. He was confused, incoherent, and then he hung up the phone. She called the number back and pleaded with him to call 911 for help, so he did. He had no idea where he was, and he just described his surroundings. When the paramedics finally found him, he was still wearing all of his ski gear and in need of medical assistance. He was holding a brand new iPhone, and someone had cut his hair. Somehow, he ended up in Sacramento, California, at the airport terminal car rental depot. He was 3,000 miles away from where he disappeared. 3,000. He couldn't remember how he got there, he had no idea what day it was, and when he learned where he was and how long people had been looking for him, he got very overwhelmed. The theory is that he was kidnapped in the back of a big rigged truck, but no proof of this has ever surfaced. Now, of course, if he was kidnapped, he'd probably have some sort of memory of it, or there'd be a ransom, and they probably would have changed his clothes, but really he just had a haircut and was in the same exact outfit. What carrot number gives you a brand new iPhone? That's what I'm saying. Brand new iPhone, haircut. That's a nice kidnapper, holy shit. Take you on a vacay and everything. He's like, alright, and I'd walk 3,000 miles. You know, like, how? How? Entered through some portal or some shit? Holy, what? What? This one's also really fucking upsetting. There is death in this one, so be prepared. In 2014, a medical doctor named James McGrogan went on a snowboard trip, a split snowboard trip, which is somewhat like a snowshoe trip. Yes, Sena, sorry. What fey nonsense is handing out iPhones? That's what I'm saying, Samuel. So, goes on this snowboarding trip, split snowboarding trip. He came prepared with his cell phone and a satellite GPS. He's much faster than his friends, so he said that he would wait for them at the next stop. They lost sight of him and never saw him at any of the stops ever again. Beware the rock flyers. When the search team went looking for them, they found no tracks in the snow that veered off the trail, so they had no idea where he could have possibly gone. 5 days later, his body was discovered 4.5 miles away as the crow flies, i.e. much higher up, which is more like 14-mile hike up into the mountainous area. His body was found by 2 hikers at the bottom of a frozen waterfall. The search party had gone over that area multiple times, but had never seen him until that day. McGrogan was mangled in a strange position. His skull was crushed as if he had fallen from the sky. He was still wearing the full ski outfit and helmet, but there were no boots on his feet, and he had also taken off his gloves. The search and rescue team later found his discarded split snowboard, but they never found his boots. His cell phone and GPS were still working, and he had packed a backup battery as well. They tested the area where he was found, and there was a cell phone signal, yet he never called anyone for help. The police deemed this an accidental death and closed the case. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? Dude was hunted, that's what I'm saying. Really makes you think. I think a Thunderbird dropped him personally, and for real, what the heck though? Right? Something snatched him up. They're like, pride goes before a fall. Yeah. Oh, you think you're so much better than everyone else? Pride goes before the fall. Yeah. Who knows? Alien abduction of some kind, and then murder of some kind. Extraterrestrial, supernatural murder of some kind. No, oh my gosh. The next one is about Keith Parkins. In 1952, a 2-year-old boy named Keith Parkins went missing from his home in Ritter, Oregon in the middle of winter. What is up with all these little itty bitties going missing? I just can't. He had been playing outside with his jacket on, but he was far from equipped to spend the night outside alone. His family and a local search party looked for him immediately. They could follow his tiny footprints up to a point before they completely stopped. There were no other animal or adult tracks nearby. 19 hours later, they found Keith. He was about 15 miles away. He had taken his jacket off and was lying face down in the snow on a frozen pond, but he was still alive. When they asked him why he ran away and how he survived, he said, "I don't remember." That's not Keith, that's the changeling. That's what I'm saying. Kids are easy target for fae folk. It would seem so. Cringe. Yeah. A survival expert named Lestrade filmed a segment for the Missing 411 documentary to demonstrate just how impossible it would have been for a 2-year-old to walk so far on his own, especially at night. Keith, if you're watching this, X'd out. You are not Keith. The hell? What an odd little fella, right? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. And that's just a handful of those cases, right? We can go right back into it. So I've also separated it as to areas. So the most common areas that we see these 411 cases are going to be the PNW, which is the Pacific Northwest, and we will include Alaska into that. So that would be Alaska, Washington, Oregon, and Northern California, as they all have a lot of BLM land and a lot of forestry to get lost in. Sierra Nevada. Sierra Nevada actually has quite a lot of missing person cases. It's actually pretty disturbing. A lot of people go missing in the Sierra Nevada mountains. It is quite vast. People don't really consider it vast, but it is vast. And for Nevada, as dry as it is quite dense. And then you got Appalachia, which obviously you got the Appalachian trails that traverse multiple states. And then you have the Great Lakes and the Northeast. And by Northeast, I do mean places like Maine and Connecticut and the Adirondacks in upstate New York. There's just oodles and oodles of stories. Oodles and oodles. Oodles and so for the PNW, a lot of the cases are going to be in Oregon, Washington, and Alaska more than almost anywhere else. There are a couple of cases in Michigan and Colorado as well, that I would say kind of get lumped in, for me, especially Colorado, into the PNW. I know it's technically not on the coast, but it is technically West Coast-ish. I would put it, I think they're on mountain time. But, you know, you have the entire Smoky Mountains. People do get lost there all the time. A lot of the skiing people who get lost seem to get lost on trips in Vail in specific. There's quite a few cases of skiers and snowboarders who get lost in Vail, which is a very bougie ski lodge town just outside of Denver. So, Kara Moore disappeared in pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Michigan, but she wandered home on her own a week later. And then Joe Keller went for a run in San Juan Mountains in Colorado as well. I mean, not as well. In Colorado in 2015 and was never seen again. And that's just like two small examples. And then we go to missing Sierra Nevada. And there is missing person report after missing person report after missing person report. Just 4 days ago, there was a missing teen swimmer found dead in the Sierra Nevada lake. Lake accidents in Nevada are actually really, really common. I know that the largest man-made lake in the country, which is Lake Mead, is in Las Vegas, or just outside of Las Vegas. And I guess the police dredge up bodies every year. Spooky. You know, I'm sure it's a great place to dump a body. Hiker missing for 15 days in September 2022. Went missing. Search crews are scaling back their efforts and no longer acknowledging it. There's Matthew Green, who vanished in 2016 in the Ritter Range, which is located in the Sierra Nevada mountain just west of the crest. Unsolved, has been dropped. Hiker still missing. A 66-year-old Quang Trong Thon, that's a mouthful, was last seen near the peak of Split Mountain, located on the crest of the Sierra Nevada, between 3 and 5 p.m. Outward bound group missing in Sierras found. June of 2008, a wilderness adventure company said an entire group of hikers went missing in the central Nevada range and were found safe. Not a lot of stuff was reported on the story behind that, which is very interesting. Missing hikers and around Golden Trout Lake, just tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of missing, never to be found again, and having their case not just go cold, but be solved, quote unquote, that surely they must be dead. Then we got the Appalachian Mountains, where there's been multiple people going missing, just, every week. Eddie Kester, who had been reported missing, was found dead on the Appalachian Trail recently, and this is in 2021. These cases are examples. You got Dennis Martin, a 6-year-old boy who disappeared while camping in 1969. There was an extensive search involving thousands of volunteers. He was never found. His remains were never found. It's still a mystery. Another well-known case is that of a missing hiker, Geraldine Largay, in 2013. She was hiking the Appalachian Trail in Maine. When she became lost, she sent text messages to her husband, who contacted the authorities. Despite the intensive search, her remains were never discovered until 2 years later. Her death was ruled as a result of exposure and starvation. Just so weird. Was able to actually get a hold of people. Did they triangulate her location? Did they locate her? No. Somehow she inexplicably died of starvation and, was never found until, she was full on dead. The old reliable exposure, right? Just exposure to what? The elements? Really? X to doubt. If a 2-year-old can survive, a grown woman can't? This is why I stay inside. No, this is why you follow a certain set of rules when you go outside, and we'll get to that. Rangers recover bodies of missing people. Help lost hiker. This is for the Adirondacks. Forest Rangers with the State Department of Environmental Conservation, recently they recovered the bodies of 2 people who died in the Adirondack backcountry. They also helped a lost hiker relocate a new snow-covered trail near Mount Marcy. A man found dead. A snowmobiler found dead. Training people found dead. Lots of people dying. Part of that is just going into parts of the mountains when it's just too fucking cold. But, is it all that? Young kids can survive many extreme situations adult kids can't. I've heard of cases where young children have survived being under ice cold water for hours. Yeah. Kids are pretty cool. Alright. Central Adirondacks. Camp Santanoni. Okay, there's an entire camp. No matter the season, it always seemed like it was a fabulous day at Camp Santanoni. On a beautiful day in 1971, an entire family decided to take a trek into the woods through this camp to enjoy their property. They began hiking and encountered patches of poison ivy. Little Douglas Legg wasn't properly dressed to trek through the forest in his shorts. His uncle instructed him to return to camp to change. His brother and cousin reported seeing him pass them approximately 50-60 yards away from the main lodge. That was the last time anyone ever saw him. Berry bushes, never touch the berries. The berries are for the birds. The search is on. Leads to false hope. Never ever found him. Ever, ever, ever. Which brings us to the why. Ice cold water actually helps, ironically, if they are drowning by dropping oxygen requirements. Around kids, raise your eyelids. Logic. So the logical explanation provided by many a scientist is suicide or hypothermia. A lot of times they look at experienced hikers. Sometimes hikers will leave keys and their clothes folded at the top of a mountain, or they'll leave their shoes, or something of like, I'm leaving my my life behind. And oh, they left their hiking equipment in the car. Clearly they're just actually here to kill themselves. They spent like $1,000 on hiking equipment at random, then went to a mountain, didn't get any of it out, and went and killed themselves. That's that's the logic. The other excuse provided is hypothermia. That hypothermia can make you delirious and crazy, and if they show up later, it's because they entered a fugue-like state and then came back murdered by a politician. Or maybe but it's the people behind the politicians that have the power. That's the logic, and the logic actually doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, and it's kind of poopy, so we're just gonna move to the next thing. The supernatural explanations. Now, some people think it's Bigfoot, some sort of demonic negative entity, aliens, cannibals, mind control experimentation, or divine intervention. I have a recording of something from the Sierra Nevada mountains that I found on TikTok. Actually, that was like a really good place to do some research on some more undiscovered cases. But I'm gonna mute this background music and turn on the desktop audio real quick so y'all can hear it. Make sure I turn it up. And I will be silent for the sound of this, just so you can get a good idea of just how fucking creepy this is, and we can all have the hairs on the back of our neck stand up together. Soda can.
There's two of them across the creek at the big rocks. That's our job.
Doesn't that just make your skin crawl? Ugh. Why are these guys like out on that? Because they're fucking stupid. Never, ever respond. Do you hear me? Don't ever respond to noises you hear in the wilderness, and don't you ever whistle in the forest, especially at night. Fucking dumbasses. Run. Yeah. If you hear a noise and you're like, it's on the other side of the creek, first of all, it might already be too late for you. But run. I always respond. Good fucking luck. Now this next one is, you know, just some cute little quirky footage. Without knowing, be careful in the woods. Da-da-da-da-da. Now, I don't know if it's a squatch or not, to be honest with you. I'd be pooping myself by now, right? What if Windussi? Or if it's just some sort of demonic entity trying to get into the minds of others. Okay, now that's a gorilla suit. Yeah, but it was going at the same speed of a gator. Gators are faster than people running. So, but you know, totally real. I was in the costume, probably. I mean, I don't know the validity of that, but it was just kind of funny. To be honest, sounds like coyotes. You would... but did you not read what was said in the little blurb? The little blurb was like, the sound, the frequency, and the sound, like the vibrations meant that they were larger than man. And coyotes or coy dogs, they're fucking puny. They're little puny scavengers. They're not wolves. A dire coyote. Maybe, I don't know. Coyotes don't... They usually make dog noises. That sounded kind of... apish? Yeah, and there were some things that sounded like a proper voice. Feral people. It could also be feral people. Those do exist. I am a pretty strong believer that the idea of cannibals or cannibalistic type people, you know, like the forest, is not without the realm, like without the realm of possibility. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I do believe it's within the realm of possibility. You know, that there very seriously could be, because we don't know, you know, we don't know what fully walks among us, and we can't know, because first, you know, the park rangers won't tell you anything. They'll just tell you, stay on the path, stay on the path, stay on the path. But why? Oh, bears. Yeah, but a lot of places don't actually have a lot of bears. So why? Could it be a cannibal-like hominid species that isn't Homo sapiens? It could be. You know, if we're really gonna buy into that whole ideation, it could be. Just don't go up the stairs. Yeah. See? I don't know, man. But I remember when I first heard that clip, I was like, I'm scared. So, you know, there's things that we hear. I do know that lynxes sometimes make similar noises to that whooping noise, but the chatter and the was very, very hominid, you know? It was very distinct. And to repeat its calls back to it and to be able to see the figure standing across, that's just too spooky. I would never ever put myself at risk like that. Which brings me to this. It's time to be schizo. It's time to be schizophrenic. Sounds just like my coyote call. West Coast coyotes are built different. I grew up in the West. I'm telling you, they don't really sound quite like that. Lynxes do. Not coyotes. I grew up in the desert. We had coyotes, don't you worry. Did you know crows can also mimic people? They can, but they did see dark figures. I don't know. Potential. It's all potential. Miss me with the smoke nonsense. I don't know. I do believe that there is a correlation, and it kind of freaks me out that hiking companies and outdoor brands are pushing very hard for neon bright colors. And the uprising of the amount of people going missing in recent years has gone up from that 1K to 1.6. And, you know, I feel like a lot of the ones I see go missing are wearing really, really bright colors to the point where it's like, how does someone in neon yellow go missing in the middle of a green forest? I'm not making it easier for the Fae folk to spot me. Literally. I don't want you to see me. Exactly. So wear natural colors. I don't know if I would say bring cigarettes. You know, you want to prevent forest fires. There are fewer people in the American wilds. Crazy people, criminals, serial killers. Yeah, serial killers do hide in forests. It's a good cover. For the love of God, stick to the trail. Don't whistle or make obnoxious noises. Be respectful of the forest and its residents. You're a visitor in their home. If you're in the woods, especially at night, which, by the way, unless you're camping at a campground, don't be in the woods at night. And your ears start ringing, your eyes start welling with tears, and an intense feeling of dread is in your chest and gut. Run. Hiking gears, neon, yeah, it is. A lot of the brand names and even non-brand names are very, very bright colors. If you go to you know, like a Sporting Goods or a Dick's or any of those types of stores, outdoorsy types of stores, REI, you'll see a lot of very bright. The skinwalkers come out at night. Run. Psalm 23:4, over and over again until you're somewhere safe. Trust me, stay frosty. Now, of course, I have my handy dandy Bible, so let me pull that up for y'all. 23. Excuse me. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. What's happening? Oh, we're going over Missing 411. This is a deep dive schizo stream. So welcome. Wendigos live in the American Northeast. Yep. Remember, skinwalkers only live in the American Southwest. Let me tell you something. If it's demonic, it exists, it is among you, and it is looking for you. Don't give it a reason. Okay, this is fun meme. 23-year-old hiker, where is he? National Park Service refuses to speak about his case. Searched for him, called off after 2 days due to extreme weather. Now this is like just this isn't real. This isn't a real case. It's just kind of like a meme of just... I shouldn't have to explain what a meme is, but just for the sake of clarification. Oh, missing since 2014. Still missing. Went missing despite being extremely prepared and experienced. His clothes were found neatly folded on top of a boulder in 2016. The 27-year-old hiker. Where is he? Friends described him as adventurous and not afraid of anything. His wallet and keys were found on a boulder with a pair of folded, mismatched socks. Dave, please come home. National Park Service still refuses to acknowledge his existence or potential whereabouts. Missing since 2014, cell phone pinged once in 2018 somewhere in Nevada. Car was left unlocked in a state forest. Where is he? The 28-year-old hiker. He's been missing for so long, he's starting to doubt his own existence. We just hope he's at peace. Legally dead. Where is he? Police found his name and date of birth written on a tarp behind a Home Depot, but it was probably just teenagers. Yeah, they say he's a ghost. Potentially spotted hitchhiking on security footage from 2015. Backpack was found in an old fire pit with a broken digital camera. Hasn't cooned in 5 years. Can talk to birds. Where is he? Shotgun shells have a lot of utility. Agreed. The 34-year-old hiker. is considered an urban legend on his local forest, has lost all humanity inside of him, has become one with nature. All attempts of trying to search for him have been abandoned. He is considered dead. He looks like some rake creepypasta material. Don't even remember what his life used to be. Has a natural smell used to camouflage and hunt. Can be smelt from kilometers away. Local town sheriff says that he saw him around his department at night. Was scared shitless. 46-year-old survivor. Returned home safely. Thinks no evil, does no evil. Always a yellow light. If out of tent at night without a fire. Trusts his gut always. Weird smell of copper or roses in the air. I have a right to walk here. Always wears natural colors. Never leaves a hiking partner out of his sight. Leave the berries for the birds. Psalm 23:4. Carries a gun. Smokes a pipe or a cigarette. No smokes protects. It's nightfall. Evening is a time of change. Be careful. Respects the trees. Has read all missing 411 books. Path along a river, walks a few steps away every half mile. Always expects something. Hums a song. Makes his presence known. Always carries his trusty steel water bottle. Treads lightly. Dried garlic is in his backpack. The Sena theory. Purposeful. A lot of the victims seem too purposeful. In reasoning, too readily accepted, as well as too many cases dismissed. I smell a rat. Pay attention. Why are things brighter and brighter? This is referring to clothing and equipment. Why are things swept under the rug? Why are the national parks not acknowledging those who are going missing within their parks? Why are things written off as suicides without bodies? That's a means that they're assuming they're dead. That means they know they're dead. Too much ain't adding up. If certain rules are steadily followed and are successful in prevention, why are so many of these people experienced or literal children going missing? Energy demons and vampires. Something negative is in play here. For all the ones who seem to pop up after the fact in miraculous circumstances, I have to assume some form of possession or some form of abduction and memory wiping has occurred. As for those who never resurface, I do believe they're still out there. The ones who have not finally died to old age or something else. That they're there. Be it possessed or a part of something nefarious, they're there. Damn, who would want you to be left for dead in the forest and considered legally deceased? The government. All I know is something very evil is at play when the literal earth isn't safe. They went from hunted to hunters. Potentially. I do think that might play a part. I will always say the feds, and I don't mean it in like a... It's always the feds. I mean it in like a... The feds are controlled by some sort of shadow something. It's some sort of twisted up, mangled up evil. So of course they'd be involved. Because why all the cover-ups if they aren't? I could buy that the government knows there's something there and they're allowing this to happen. See? That's what I'm saying. They're turning a blind eye to something. They're feeding something, you know? Something is being kept abated. Being kept stable. You know? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, this is all a theory. Obviously, I probably don't know anything, and I'm stupid. And I'm not a threat. And I would never ever hurt myself ever or go missing on purpose ever. Wait, hold up. What did I miss? You'll have to catch the VOD. Bugging. But yeah, there are some wild stuff in the deserts of Arizona and the mountains of Washington. I've found persons alive and not in weird places. Yeah. All my hiking is done during the day. It has to be a sunny day with clear skies and no prediction of rain or humidity in the air, or like heavy humidity in the air. Yeah. Everything here is a theory and a conspiracy. Yeah, it is. Perhaps there are special trees in these forests. There definitely is. I don't know. This brings me back to one of the other streams we did where, you know, we discussed Nephilims and Fallen, you know. I just half wonder. I really do. I half wonder. Not all of Satan and his minions are locked up in hell yet. You know? Something's at work. Something's in play. Of course, if you write in some form of religiosity, you're usually safe because then they can just pass you off as some sort of mumbo jumbo, fanatic and zealot. But, you know, I'd rather be passed off as that and live another day. Amen? Amen. I don't know, man. Skinwalkers aren't real, and even if we were, we wouldn't eat people. Shut the hell up. I don't even know if I would say that people are being eaten. I mean, I feel like definitely some are. Some are definitely just getting murdered by serial killers. And some are definitely being eaten by wildlife or people or demons. But I do feel like there is a high possibility of those who return whose essence has been sucked out of them. Their souls have been switched, replaced. That they have been somehow slain and their body has been re-inhabited. But yeah, I don't know. It's a possibility. Potentially. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? What is it exactly as an energy vampire? I am so glad you asked. I really want to do a full deep dive on this, and I think I will. But an energy vampire is somebody who creates high amounts of emotion. Think about politics. Think about the news. Things that invoke a high emotional response. You know, why are we constantly being made to have to emotionally respond to things? Why has that become such a huge part of our modern world? Who benefits from that? That's kind of the whole idea of it. Where do skinwalker babies come from? I don't know. Have I ever encountered anything? You know, out in the forest, there are things that move in the corner of your eyes sometimes. And there are strange noises that you might not recognize. I think the only time I've ever had any real, like, spoopy moment was when I was hiking alone when I was in college. and I saw something very small down to the side off the trail. There was these pillars in a circle and some flowers growing in a circle, which is very strange. And there was something in the middle of the circle when I first looked over, and it looked weird, and I was like, what the fuck? And I looked away for a sec, I looked back, it was gone. That's the height of that, and I turned around and left. And I did not go on that path alone again. So. Why am I cute? I don't know. I think that's subjective. So if you think I am, then you'll have to ask yourself that. Have you ever seen some weird shit in the woods personally? Oh, yeah. Stay strapped when hiking. I agree, actually, yeah. I have a lot that can be answered by looking at the VODs. Are you planning to do a part 2? Should I? Energy vampires are real, and even if not at a paranormal scale, there are people you encounter in your day-to-day life who exist to make you angry or sad, and they feed off of it. That's what I'm saying. And you can try to write it off as some sort of psychological thing, or you could take it for what it is. Someone is invoking something out of you to feed on it, and it does something for them. And that's fucking weird. The interdimensional psychic vampires. What did you do to those missing campers? I'll never tell. Oh, thanks for the dono tag. Best caliber? I mean, my heart says 22, even though I know it doesn't do jack squat. It's just so much easier to shoot when you have weak little limp wrists like a woman. But a 9 mil's good too. It's easy to come up with a theory that the purpose, if there is one, to these disappearances is human sacrifice, but why do so many end up surviving? That's what I'm saying, is that there's some form of insurgence going on, and if the rest are human sacrifice, then what is it for? That sounds like an interesting deep dive. Okay. If anything of these are demons, to what extent can they physically manipulate people? To my understanding, if we're going biblically, Satan and his minions were expelled out of heaven, and a legion, which is like 100,000 demons, were expelled out of heaven. Some were chained up in the pits of hell, where they will remain until Judgment Day. Until the rapture, I guess. And then the rest here are living amongst men. From what we understand, they are eternal beings, completely broken from the fall, despised and rejected from God himself. And to my understanding, they roam free and have been given complete dominion over this world, except for those who are technically saved. This is what I've been grown up in, so you know, if you don't believe in that, that's fine. You asked, I'm answering. But they've been given dominion over this world, and the lost, which are people who don't believe, right? And to those who believe, Satan can personally go up to heaven and request to put those people on trial, and God can accept or deny it. That's kind of like, the details are fuzzy, but that's kind of the way it's been made known to me. But yeah. Have you ever regularly experienced the feeling of being watched in the woods when you're alone? Yes. Yes. Any place that I have not felt comfortable in, I leave very quickly. I will say that much. Where I live now, almost everywhere I've gone, I've felt very comfortable and safe in. Smarter than any horror movie character, just leave. Yeah. It's the accent. Is it? If there's more, then that could be cool. Yeah, okay. I'm Sena's energy vampire. You don't get a strong emotional reaction out of me that often, Baghdad. Also, happy Father's Day, Baghdad. I like this spooky stream. More, please. Okay. What is the best caliber? Oh, I've already answered that. Sorry. Wendigoon / Lore Lodge collab win. That would be amazing. I adore Wendigoon. I adore him. I've been watching him for a very, very long time. I think the first one I ever watched all the way through, because I have a pretty short attention span, was when he did the Dante's Inferno. Oh my god, I was hooked. Hooked. I think the other person I watch a lot is Bailey Sarian. She's a girl. She does makeup to murder stories. I'm sure that's not going to be in any way attractive to you guys, but I like it. And then I do Chad, and who else? And she covers a lot of recent stuff and not really crime stuff. Obviously, I like Seth. I don't know. I used to really love video essays on YouTube, and I probably should get back into it. Send a vampire stream for the win. The biggest you can handle. Starts with a 4. Best caliber is the one you have on you. True. How does one survive the concrete jungle? I don't know. I have the biggest city I ever lived in was the one I grew up in. So, and I'm not living there now. Never forget I guess I would say the only way you survive it is putting your head down and carrying. Always carrying. Even when you kind of legally schmeegly can't. Any caliber is better than no caliber. Ends with a 5. Oh my lord. I'm gonna find the aliens one day. To survive the forest, you must become the forest. Moloch, sounds like me. We heard your personal story. Do you know of a weird one from someone you know? Yeah, I do. My cousins really like to hike. One of them... My one cousin, he hikes and bikes very, very, very often. And he began hiking in Appalachia. And Sena keeps that thing on her. Yeah. 9. 22s and 12 gauges. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the shotguns are nice. I don't want a short barrel one. That'd be nice. But anyway, my cousin, he was hiking in Appalachian Trail, and he came across what he thought was a dead body. And it ended up not questionably being a dead body. It was like, it smelled like death. It looked like a very mangled up scene, but when he got up on it, it was like just leaves? I don't know. He definitely would be the better one to tell it, but it was almost like a trick of the eye, or almost like it just disappeared. But like he's been a very sickly person. He's been around morgues a lot, and he knows what death smells like. You know what I mean? And he knows what he saw, and he was like, he saw a lot of blood. He knew he saw a lot of blood, but the second he got closer, it just was leaves. Like, very strange. And then that's part of why that one story of like how they passed that frozen waterfall multiple times. Yeah. Wendigoon and his short barrel shotgun for the fairies. Yeah. But yeah. Very, very spoopy. Did you come across Bigfoot? You know, I will say Bigfoot is a lot more like popular in the West. I don't hear a lot of Bigfoot stuff out east, although my one uncle, who is my cousin's stepfather, is a very big Squatch believer. Very big Squatch believer. He's also the person who eats potted meat spread on toast, which is so fucking nasty. Well, yeah, stay strapped or get clapped. So true. Good girl, very yucky, no good, true. Have you heard the paranormal stories from Afghanistan vets? No! I'd like to. Most Afghanistan vets I've ever met were really just unpleasant individuals hardened by a war they should have never had to serve in. So, there's a Sena keeps that thing on her. There's a turkey vest. What the fuck? Oh my god, thank you. Thanks. Hey people. Full here. I'm on a journey of finding the sweetest VTubers, and I would like you all to make the greatest pilgrimage to this sweet cinnamon roll. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild for funding and banking rolling this super chat. Thanks for reading. Thanks. Raging Bull for the dono. Holy cow. Thank you. The Sasquatch is definitely real, and so is the Chupacabra. Yeah! Or how about, like, you hear about the Chupacabra cases, and it's just, like, people with, like, just a mangy coyote, right? Like, I don't know, though. Have you seen some of those videos where they show cryptids, and you're, like, it's super grainy, and you're like, is this edited, or... I don't know. Hey, people. The Vipkin Pippa is a dangerous and rabid wild creature. If you see it, don't let it get too close. Bull coming in with the D-Live money. Pippa will spread miasma of decay. Is Raging Bull Seth? Because he says, hey. Go make videos to Seth. Yeah, I'm trying to find something to fall asleep to, please. Base member of the Merchants. El Duende. It's either Magni Coyote or Cracked Up Iguana, right? Oh, mangy, sorry. Can't fucking read. Depends on what vets you talk to, Sena. I don't think I'm bitter or crusty. Alright, Jason, you can tell me all about, how you served in Afghanistan and them goddamn Afghanis. Tell me all about it. A lot of the Afghanistan vets and Iraqi vets I knew, just have pretty severe PTSD and just, are very angry and bitter because of it, for obvious reasons. One of the guys, went to the church I was raised in, and, he unfortunately did become a wife beater, which was really, really unfortunate. I think they're still together and they've worked it out, which is wonderful. He's had his, you know, come to Jesus moment, but he still struggles very heavily with his PTSD. He also, I think he did, like, I think he piloted for a while, and then he was a contractor after he had served, I think, 3 tours. Yeah. It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. I clearly missed the mid-thousands to tens of cryptivids. Now it's all top lists. Yeah, I really miss it. I really miss it. I like it when it's so in-depth and not just like boom, boom, boom. I do like the effort put in, you know? Most of the videos are doctored, but the pattern is undeniable. Coyote with mange is definitely my chupacabra theory. You know, for some of them. My favorite conspiracy theory is the Dolce base. What's the Dolce base? Here, let's look it up. Dolce base is the subject of a conspiracy theory claiming that a jointly operated human and alien underground facility exists under the Archuleta Mesa. Wait. Hold on. Is this the same one that's supposed to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico? Yeah! Yeah! Holy shit! I watched a huge documentary and a couple video essays on this one. And you know what? It really, really seems extremely likely. Extremely likely. And if it's not aliens, there is something going on. There is a military compound inside of that mountain, and there is a lot of shit going on. Yeah. Dulce de leche underground military base, right? My question is, what did I miss? Oh, okay. I'll just click through the slides real quick. How about that? I was still missing. There's the topics of discussion.
Oh yeah, did you hear about the whistleblower? Yeah! Here's the how often people go missing. This is the statistics. This is a map of where. When was discussed as people go missing year round, it would seem. There's no full peak. First-hand accounts. Got Riker Webb, Dr. Marista Metz, Stephen Kabaki, and then a few unusual cases. This is Riker. And then first-hand accounts, we have the most common places people go missing. Logic of what people, scientists would like you to believe is the reasoning as to why these people go missing without a trace and why the cases get dropped because they're written off as suicide or hypothermia. Riker, changeling. Supernatural. I played a video of some spooky noises in Sierra Nevada as well as a quote-unquote Sasquatch spotting. It was clearly not, but it was fun. Bigfoot, some sort of demonic negative entity, aliens, cannibals, mind control experimentation, or divine intervention. I did not go over divine intervention. I would like to say, if there is a positive in this, and the people who have resurfaced, potentially, maybe, just maybe, there was a divine intervention involved. Do with that what you will. This is when we started getting into the schizo. A little more for you. Full blown. Yeah. That's the recap. Otherwise, I recommend the VOD. I think it'll be a goodie. Can't just let a good mountain go to waste, mountain. Might be an old nuke bunker repurposed for something else. You know, that's what they want you to think. I think it was built with an explicit purpose. Not for nukes. That could look like a doll, right? The chimera thing really strikes me as being true just because we're hearing so much about using animals as platforms to grow organs, or the fact that they have figured out years ago and nobody, like there was one blip in the media about it and then they just let it go. Of cloned, fully cloned and alive sheeps, goats, meat, chickens. They're cloning shit. And it was just a blip. Like, oh no. I hope that's not the meat I'm getting from the grocery store. And then that was it. Dolly the sheep. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's spazzing the fuck out about this. How? How the fuck are people not talking about this? Holy shit. A lot of meat is cloned. And it's not talked about. Why is it not talked about? That's so fucking weird. Some good to outweigh the bad. The human ear being grown on a mouse, for instance. Yeah, exposure is likely, but a lot of stuff cannot be explained. There's something called the silence. Have you heard of the Banshee chapter? It's a movie that mixed MK Ultra and H.P. Lovecraft. I have not, but that sounds really interesting. Schizophrenia. Could ape be an option? It could be. There is no known naturally occurring North American ape or primate for that matter. I don't think there's any monkeys either. No, there's not. So, a little weird. Base Build-A-Bear worker Sena thinks. God didn't want them just yet. Right? Like, maybe. I mean, that could be a nice plus side. Got an eye from God as an apology for having to travel 3,000 miles. Right? Maybe. It was built as a game room for Bigfoot. Maybe. Pure coincidence. The media has more important stuff to cover. Yeah. To distract. They're distracting you, sheeple. While they rewrite laws and amendments and constitutions. While they change money into different hands and bail out companies that should have been dead long ago. But you know, worry about a riot. Worry about this. Worry about that. Worry about gender. Worry about what they're teaching in classrooms. It's a distraction.
I hate that kind of thing. It's like they want it out of the public consciousness. Exactly. Out of sight, out of mind. You've reported on this enough. Move on. Dang, rock apes got shipped over from Nam. A lot of meat is cloned. That was big back in the day, Sena. Okay, well, maybe I'm just not that fucking old. But I feel like it really wasn't that big a deal. Like, I don't know, you know, we have things that have been going on since 2020 that keep looping back, like we're in this stupid fucking loop right now. And, worry about each other instead of who's on top. Yeah, I feel like that's the whole thing. They want you to be concerned about what Stacy's doing. Stop noticing. I can't. Maybe I'll die. It's okay. I know where I'm going. What is a twin but a human clone? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not always. And it's naturally occurring. Clones are not naturally occurring. They're a test tube. Do you remember the dog that was cloned? See? 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 You think they're not trying to clone a... Bitch, are you dumb? It was huge when I was a kid. I feel like it wasn't that huge though. Because I remember it. It was a huge deal early mid-2000s. Yeah, but like, they've dropped it. They've just accepted it. Dolly was mentioned basically every 2000s biology book. They stopped noticing. They dropped it. Why did they drop it? To the point where now they're doing even more and we don't even bat an eye. This was meant to desensitize. Something dropped early on that was like kind of media craze, but not really, and there wasn't that huge of a public backlash because clearly it's still ongoing, and people are now so desensitized to it because they've already been slightly, lightly exposed to it, and every single biology book, you know, desensitized, desensitized, desensitized. Yeah. 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 It's not even fuck these people or fuck that people. It's all bad. It's all bad. Clone is made with your genetic material. Twin is just two people done with the same dad. Mom's genetic material. Yeah. Test tube babies exist. I remember it was like, that happened. Yeah. Cloning was not a big deal. There was no real discussion, just whispers. It's like there's an event that happens with cryptids or these abominations that causes like a mass amnesia. Right? Oh, it's so weird. And now, you know, these things are happening and they've written it off as this medical miracle that's gonna save so many lives. Desensitizing, desensitizing, desensitizing. People can do entire face transplants now. Yeah, really makes you think, right? Can I say unalive to the New World Order? All I know is it gets harder and harder every day to try and not believe in something, because holy guacamole. But yeah. I'm responding to me. I don't think she knows I'm live. Face transplants are lucky for the old women who keep chimpanzees as pets / surrogate children. Holy shit. Yeah. Honestly. They could do it 30 years ago. Example, MJ. That causes like, yeah. Face off was prophetic. Literally. Dodgy face transplants, mind you. Yeah, and they're like, oh, it's so great. This girl died in a car wreck and she donated her organs, so we're taking her face. And this girl just got burnt alive, but is still alive, so we're just gonna give her her face. Although somehow, in a really creepy way, it's not gonna like work, and it's still gonna look very off-putting, to the point where the burn scars were probably a little less eerie. Yeah. Yeah.
That's plastic surgery. Yeah, yeah. There's a difference between cosmetic and medical. Basically the plot of the island. Fuck it, I'm dead. I could care less what they do to my organs. You know, I'm just really hateful. I just hate people. I am not an organ donor. Ever since I switched my license over, they're like, do you want to be an organ donor? And I was like, no. Honestly, fuck them kids. So, not even defile my body. I already have a plan. I'm going to have it written in my will with a lawyer. You are not to put me in a casket in a wooden box. Wrap me up in burial cloth like my lord and bury me in the ground. Don't have to buy me a plot. Please let me live in a state where I can just be buried in the backyard. There's me, Ma, in the back. Yup. Plant a fucking peach tree on top of me. Enjoy all the fruits of my labors. Amen, amen, amen. I'm not an organ donor. I plan on wearing mine out. Yeah, that too. I also plan on living super long. I feel like, I don't know, like, maybe that's a conspiracy. You mark it off and then you die young. Like, I don't know. They'll kill you to harvest your organs, right? Yeah, basically. Same, I do not believe in good faith. Like, they will probably be like, yes, we could save you, but you're an organ donor, so we are gonna let you pass peacefully. Right? I don't know, man. I don't really give a shit about no Julie or Samantha or Samuel in the back, you know. Oh, sorry. There is a Samuel here. Sorry. I was just thinking of names. Oh my god. But I don't give a shit. I'm not giving you my fucking heart, bitch. Fuck you. Most states require a vault. I know. But not all. So. Mom, why are we eating Grandma Sena? Because, my child. Because. I don't know, I think I'd make some pretty good fertilizer. Or burn me to ash and use me as fertilizer. One or the other. And make sure whoever you go through is a trustworthy mortuary or mortician, right? Because otherwise they're going to sell body parts on the black market. Did you guys see that huge bust through the Harvard Medical? All that. Did you see that? That's recent. Cause she's a snack. Hey, yo! Meemaw looking kinda like a snack. Bitch, that's a peach. But yeah. So you operate them yourself, or are you a mid? It's nice we get to choose what happens to our organs in the States, but I work with transplants patients, and those are life-changing. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And it's nice to have a bleeding heart for these sorts of things, but I'm not. I don't have a bleeding heart. I wish the best for you. I've never donated blood. I probably don't even have organs I can donate because I am anemic, so I don't know. And my heart is a little wonky. I don't know. I have like arrhythmia, so I have like an irregular heartbeat. So it probably is like a bunk heart anyway. So you know, you're not missing out on much. Maybe I'll just donate my eyeballs. You know that's a thing too. People donate their eyeballs. There's someone walking around with strangers' eyeballs. Thoughts on cremation? I will be honest, I know that some Christians really don't like the idea of it, but I believe that God is powerful and he can take ashes and make it whole again because he made man out of dust. So that's my whole take on it. So I don't really mind getting cremated, but don't you fucking keep me in a jar. Better spread me away, okay? Spread me away. Seriously. Do not put me in a fucking jar. I will haunt you. I will haunt you. But I want to keep a part of it. Fuck you. Ashes to ashes. From ashes again. Amen. Right? Yeah. Can we snort your ashes? No. Can't rub them on your gums. Can't make a gumbo with it. Put me somewhere nice. Spread me out.
you know, a little Sena sprinkle here, a little Sena sprinkle there. And by the time you're done with your traveling, from whatever money I leave you, you know, you and I both will have traveled, you know, and then you'll travel back home without me. That's the hope. But yeah, 3,000-year-old bodies are nothing but dust now, no matter how they were buried. Right? I'll put you in a bucket. Shut the fuck up. Put me in a Ziploc bag and dust me everywhere. Thank you. You'll be surprised about what organs you can donate. After someone is declared dead in a medical facility, they contact organ donation immediately, even if they don't end up donating. Damn. See? Vultures. Burn me. Burn me. Put my heart in a jar. You can put that in a jar. But only if we're married and I die, like, in my 40s. So then, if you ever get remarried, you have to explain that you kept your wife's heart in a jar, and that woman has to respect me. And the memory of me. Yeah. Because I'm fucking crazy. Anyways, I left my heart in the Sierra Madre. Sierra Madre. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I have for you guys. Middle is fun. Yeah. And just a dash of formaldehyde and the habit of decomposing right before your very eyes, along with the people inside. What a wonderful caricature of intimacy. Do you guys know that song? Turn her into a new Sena. Yeah. Thoughts about being turned into a diamond? You know, if you put me in like some form of jewelry, I think I could allow it. You know, like I could let it pass. You know, that's at least a little tasteful, you know? You don't know that song, Sena, sing it for us. Do you think you're getting another karaoke on tonight? God left me unfinished. No, he didn't. You were created with an absolute purpose. And if you have yet to find it, you will at some day. I believe that wholeheartedly. What the fuck? I thought Carrie was live. Why is Carrie not live? I thought she was doing her monetization stream. Seriously? Is she not live? Or did she already finish? Or did she close her raids? Oh, fucking punt, you bitch. Oh. Damn it. 412. No! Guess she's done. Did she already finish her live? Really? But, oh man, I wanted to wail her a little. Damn it. What the fuck, Carrie? Oh, I'm gonna smack that ass. It was 24-hour manual raid. It's tomorrow. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Beetle. I was like, what the fuck? I saw that she was gonna be live. But you know, I also don't keep track of the dates until it's time to write customers' bills. So, yeah. Okay. I will get you set up for a raid, but I might do a secret karaoke. I don't know. Carrie? Oh, Carrie Mara. Carrie Mara. She's my wife. She is a flamingo vtuber, and she's very sweet and extremely hilarious. And she's actually good at video games, unlike me. So dump us in the waiting room. I actually don't have access to the waiting room, from what I can find. At least not immediately. Tomorrow. It's there for upcoming. But she streams it at 10. I was gonna stream at 10 tomorrow. Maybe I'll just stream at 8 so I can dump into her then. I think that's what we'll do. Did your wife like you out of the house? No, 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 no. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go to the end screen. But maybe I won't. I don't know. Let's do karaoke. I think I'm just gonna do a little karaoke, sing you out. I don't know. Is that okay? Or is that like, I feel like I've done a lot lately and I don't want you to be like, God, this bitch is singing again? What the fuck? You know what I mean? So I really don't want I really don't want people to be like, God damn it, shut up already. Okay. Okay, let me switch the screen over then. Oh wait, no. That's the one. Boom. I don't think I'll go to my karaoke screen. Well, I will. You know, I will. But I'll get rid of Eins for now, because so many people have too many questions, and I don't think I can explain myself every time, because it's a little embarrassing. Okay, let me see. Oh no! Oh shoot. No, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. Wait, actually, I did mean to do that. Hold on. Let me get a set. There we go. Here. Oh! I will be pumping out the schedule after this. I just can't right now. For whatever reason, my stupid fucking Photoshop wants to, like, crash stuff. So, yeah. Okay. Make sure that's set for live chat. There we go. Bone Daddy Husbando. Yeah, the bear is cute. Yeah. I was gonna put him in the bucket, and then I was just like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just hide the bucket for now. Okay. Let me find a song. I'm trying to think. Bags was really inspiring last night. Actually, he made me cry a little bit. He made me cry a little bit. But I was also like, I don't know, I ended stream last night and then I just like kind of panicked out of nowhere and then like was just having a really rough evening. And then I went to bed. So I don't know. Heading out. Good night, Sena. Good night, Captain. Alright. Thank you for coming. Let me fuck. What do I want? Let me think. Let's do some Billie Eilish. But let's try to sing something different. Me, all the good girls go to hell, and even God herself. Night, Sena. Bye, chat. I need sleep. Good night, Jason. Thank you for coming. Oh, the desktop audio was muted anyways. Ha ha. Okay. You're going to lash Billy? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's put on the echo. Echo! Good night, chatters. Formaldehyde? You want me to sing the Panic at the Disco song? Maybe after this then. But I don't think I'm very good at it. Night, Sena. Night night. Shia LaBeouf. Maybe I don't feel so good. 6 words you. Oh, no, it doesn't start that way. Baby, I don't feel so good. There we go. There we go. Baby, I don't feel so good. 6 words you never understood. I'll never let you go. 5 words you'll never say. I left alone like nothing's wrong. 4 days I've never found. There's a crowd, 2 was us, 1 slipped away. I just wanna make it okay. All you do is look
I can't even. I don't remember how it goes at all. Music is a bit loud. I figured. Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay. Damn. I do not know that song. I used to listen to her all the time because, you know, I was very depressed. I had a dream. It was everything I wanted. Maybe I know this one, I don't know. Patty Loveless's Here I Am. Let me type that in so I don't lose it. I had a dream. I got everything I wanted. Know what you think. And if I'm being honest, it might have been a nightmare to anyone who might care. Thought I could fly, so I stepped off the golden. Nobody cried, nobody even noticed. Saw them standing right there. Kinda thought they might care. I had a dream. I got everything I wanted. But when I wake up, I see you with me. And you say, as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. Don't wanna lie here, but you can learn to. If I could change the way you see yourself, you wouldn't wonder why you're here. Dang. See, I really don't know Billie Eilish like I thought I did anymore. Sorry. I'm not gonna like continue to murder it. What is this? Here I am. What is this? No, if I know this. I Oh, it looks like there is not a version with the lyrics.
Don't do it, darling.
Oh. Yeah, I'd have to like actually listen to it, I think, and then find an actual one with the lyrics. Oh, dang. Music's still too loud? Jeez, Louisa. If you're taking let me turn that off. If you're taking suggestions, you think I ain't worth $1, but I feel like a millionaire. See, your voice would fit her well. Just a music suggestion to learn. Yeah, I as many songs as I think I know, I really don't know a lot. And the things I know definitely do not fit my vocal range. Let's see, what is it? Shoot. Don't do it, darling, don't you dare look in there. You said you didn't want to see me, but you've been looking for me everywhere, and you know that you're gonna find me if you keep on drinking fast. Practice makes perfect. It does, but like, I will practice off screen, so people aren't gonna go, wow, that's Sena, she really can't even sing, and oh my god. I'm sensitive, okay? Critique is fair, but just being mean is not. Just a dash of formaldehyde. Panic at the disco. See, so certain things. to hide. What is it? Build God, then we'll talk. Yes. Okay. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Build God, then. Like, I know so many emo songs, but like, clearly I can't. These is a string of things that la 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 la. It's the centered motels on the la 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 corner of 4th and Fremont Street. Appealing only cause they're just that unappealing. Practice Catholic blood, cross themselves upon entering the room. Have a hand up of asbestos or maybe just a dash of formaldehyde. And a habit of decomposing right before you bury eyes, along with the people inside. What a wonderful caricature of intimacy inside. What a wonderful caricature of intimacy. Tonight's tenant ranged from a lawyer and a virgin, accessorizing with a rosary tucked aside her lingerie. She's getting a job at the firm come Monday. The missus will stay with the cheating attorney, who lighting aside, she really needs his money. A wonderful caricature of intimacy. Yeah. Not to mention the constable and his proposition for that virgin. Yes, the one the lawyer met with on Strictly Business. As he said to the missus, well, only hours before, after he had left, she was fixing her face in a compact. There was a terrible crash. There was a terrible crash between her and the bag. She spilled her purse in her bag and held a purse of a different kind, along with the people inside. What a wonderful caricature of intimacy inside. What a wonderful caricature of intimacy. There are no raindrops on roses and girls in white dresses. It's sleeping with roaches and taking the shed of the sheets and before of the stains. And a few more of your least favorite things. Raindrops on roses and girls in white dresses. It's sleeping with roaches and taking the shade of the sheets. And before all the stains. And a few more of your least favorite things. Inside, what a wonderful caricature of intimacy. Inside, what a wonderful caricature of intimacy. Raindrops on roses and girls in white dresses and sleeping with roaches and taking the shed of the sheets and before all the stains and a few more of my favorite things. Raindrops on roses and girls in white dresses and they're sleeping with the roaches and we're taking the shed of the sheets and before all the stains and a few more of your least favorite things. Like I said, I am not cut out for that, but yes. As I slowly lost my voice at parts. But thanks. Thank you for the gifted membership, Samuel. Okay, I will find something way more in my vocal range now. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I can, but we'll see. I don't know if I even remember half of it, but we'll see. Let me take a sippy.
can you see into my eyes like open doors, leading you down into my core, where I've become so numb without a soul. My spirit's sleeping somewhere cold until you find it there in me. Home. Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside. Call my name and save me from the dark. Bid my blood die before I come undone. Save me from the nothing I've become. Now that I know when I'm without, you can't just leave me. Leave into me and make me real. Bring me to life. Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside. Call my name and save me from the dark. Bid my blood die before I come undone. Save me from the nothing I've become. Without your love, darling, only you are the light among the dead. I've been sleeping 1,000 years, it seems. Got to open my eyes to everything. Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside. Call my name and save me from the dark. Bid my blood die before I come undone. Save me from nothing I've become. Bring me to That was a little rusty, but we made it through. I don't know if I got immortal, but I might. I don't remember how it goes even now. Ah, the emo days, they're gone. Do I know my... I don't. Maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe we'll play and I'll be like, oh yeah! Or I'll be like, never mind, fuck no. I just turned to death metal, true. I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. stands here. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cry, I wipe away all your tears. When you scream, I fight away all your fears. I held your hand through all these years, but you still used to captivate me by your resonating light. Now I'm bound by the life you left behind. Your face, it haunts my once pleasant dreams. Your voice, it chased away all the sanity in me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cry, I wipe away all your tears. When you scream, I fight away all your fears. And I held your hand through all these years, but you still I've tried so hard to tell myself that you're gone, but are you still
Very rusty.
She's so operatic. She has such a good breath control. But yeah.
We stumble through it all together as the sky falls. We will stand tall. You can do it. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth move and then hear my heart burst again. For this is the end. I've drowned
swept away I'm stored. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We'll stand tall, face it all together. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We'll stand tall, face it all together. Let's go. Skyfall is where we start. 1,000 miles in when worlds collide and days are done. You may imagine my number, you can take my name, but you'll never have my what you see, I see. I know I'll never be without the security of your eyes. Keep me informed. Put your hand in mine, and we'll They're recommending me some bangers finally. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. be at the end, but we did it. My name's Bond. Sena Bond. Let's see. They keep giving me good ones. I can't stop. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. Why I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dream till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me. de... Yeah. This is... Piece de resistance. Sinking! Okay. Oops. If you could get by, trying not to lie, things wouldn't be so confused, and I wouldn't feel so used. But you always really knew I just wanna be with you, and I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? And I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? Nothing could go wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. Alright, this is the second to last, and then it'll be the last. I just gotta double check that people are still alive. They better not pull this shit they pulled yesterday. And you don't seem to understand. A shame you seemed an honest man, and all the fears you hold so dear will turn to whisper in your ear. And you know what they say might hurt you, and you know that it means so much, and you don't even feel a thing. I am falling, I am fading, I have lost it all, and you don't seem the lying kind. A shame that I can read your mind, and all the things that I read there. Candlelit smile that we both share. You know I don't mean to hurt you, but you know that it means so much, and you don't even feel a thing. I am falling, I am fading, I am drowning, help me to breathe. I am hurting, I have lost it all, I am losing, help me to breathe. I already sang that. Oh wait. Oh, I didn't already sing that. Okay. I guess this is the last song because my throat's giving out, but also because this is what auto played, and it's Billie Eilish, and I like ending on Billie Eilish. But I feel like I give this one all the time, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Makes it perfect. And I'm actually feeling the lyrics of the song. When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. Wish I could explain it better. I wish it wasn't true. Give me a day or two to think of something clever, to write myself a letter, to tell me what to do. Do you read my interviews, or do you skip my avenue when you said you were passing through? Was I even on your way?
I knew when I asked you to be cool about what I was telling you, you do the opposite of what you said you'd do. And I didn't, I'm more afraid. Don't say it isn't fair, you clearly weren't aware that you made me miserable. So if you really wanna know, when I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. Wish I could explain it better. I wish it wasn't true. You call me again, drunk in your Benz, driving home under the influence. You scare me to death, but I'm wasting my breath, 'cause you only listen to your fucking, I don't relate to you. I don't relate to you, no, 'cause I never treat me this shitty. You made me hate this city, and I don't talk shit about you on the internet. Never told anyone anything bad, 'cause that shit's embarrassing. You were my everything, and all that you did was make me fucking sad. So don't waste the time I don't have, and don't try to make me feel bad, 'cause I could talk about every time that you showed up on time, but I'd have an empty line, 'cause you never did. Never paid any mind to my mother or friends, so I shut them all out for you, 'cause I was a kid. You ruined everything good. Always said you were misunderstood. Made all my moments alone. Just fucking leave me alone. Just fucking leave me alone. Good night.